Hello everyone, I am Dr. Sirajul Faizi. I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I am going to talk about volume measurement. So friends, look at the volume of liquid can be measured by different devices like burette, pipette, cylinder, measuring flask. All of them have been calibrated. You see here calibration mark. You see one place is calibration mark. Here many places calibration mark and one place is calibration mark. Now temperature. There are three scales in which temperature can be measured. These are known as Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale. So look at here 298 Kelvin and 25 degrees Celsius and 77 Fahrenheit. So this is the room temperature. Freezing point 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degree Fahrenheit and 273 Kelvin. Human body temperature 98.6 Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius and 310 Kelvin. Boiling point of water 212 Fahrenheit and 100 degrees Celsius and 373 Kelvin. And that is very important, you should know. Thermometer with Celsius scale are calibrated from 0 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. Thermometers with Fahrenheit scales are calibrated from 32 Fahrenheit to 212 Fahrenheit. Kelvin scale of temperature is SI scale and is very common these days. Temperature on this scale is shown by the sign Kelvin. The temperature on two scales are related to each other by the relationship Fahrenheit is equal to 9.5 degrees Celsius plus 32. The Kelvin scale is related to Celsius scale as follows. Kelvin is equal to 0 degrees Celsius plus 273.15. Density. Density of a substance is its amount of mass per unit volume. So SI unit of density can be obtained as follows. SI unit of density is equal to SI unit of mass divided by SI unit of volume is equal to kg per cubic meters, kg per cubic meter, because the SI unit of mass is kg and SI unit of volume cubic meters. This unit is quite large and chemists often express density in gram cubic centimeter, where mass is expressed in gram and volume is expressed in cubic centimeter. What is uncertainty in measurement? All scientific measurements involve certain degree of error or uncertainty. The errors which arise depends upon two factors: the skills and accuracy of the worker, limitations of the measuring instruments. Scientific notations. It is exponential notation in which any numbers can be represented in the form of n into 10 to the power n, where n is an exponent having the positive or negative values and capital N can vary between 1 to 10. Thus 232.508 can be written as 2.32508 into 10 to the power 2 in scientific notations. Now let us see how calculations are carried out with numbers expressed in scientific notations. Calculations involving multiplications and division. 5.7 into 4.2 is equal to 5.7 into 4.2, and then you see this power will be add and 23.94 into 10 to the power 11. And the same way 5.7 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 4.2 into 10 to the power 3, 5.7 into 10 to the power 6 divided by 4.2 into 10 to the power 3 is equal to 5.7 divided by 4.2 into 10 to the power 6 minus 3 is equal to 1.357 into 10 to the power 3. Now, calculation involving addition and subtraction for these two component operations, the first number are written in such a way that they have the same exponent. After that, the coefficient are added or subtracted as the case may be. For example, 4.56 into 10 to the power 3 plus 2.62 into 10 to the power 2. Now you can see here 4.45.6 plus 10 to the power 2, then this become, you see, 10 to the power 2, 10 to the power 2, then take this one is common, 10 to the power 2, then answer become like that. In the same way this. Now, what is significant figures? Significant figures are meaningful digits which are known with certainty. There are certain rules for determining the number of significant figures, and these stated below. All non-zero digits are significant. For example, in 285 centimeter there are 3 significant figures, and in 0.25 milliliter there are 2 significant figures. Zeros preceding to first non-zero digit are not significant. Such zero indicates the position of decimal point. For example, 0.03 has one significant figure and 0.0052 has two significant figures. Zero between two non-zero digits are significant. Thus 2.005 has four significant figures. Zero at the end of or right of the numbers are significant provided they are on the right side of the decimal point. For example, 0.200 grams have three significant figures. Counting numbers of objects, for example 2 balls or 20 eggs, have infinite significant figures, as these are exact numbers and can be represented by writing infinite number of zeros after placing a decimal. That is, 2 is equal to 2.0000 or 20 is equal to 20.00. Addition and subtraction of significant figure. In additions or subtraction of the number having different precisions, the final result should be reported to the same number of decimal places as in the term having the least number of decimal places. For example, let us carry out the additions of three numbers 3.52, 2.3 and 6.24 having different precision or different number of decimal places. The final result has two decimal places, but the answer has to be reported only up to one decimal places due to this. That is, the answer would be 12.0. Subtraction of numbers can be done in the same way as the additions. So look at here, 23.4730, just subtract 12.11, it will give 11.3630. The final result has 4 decimal places, but it has to be reported only up to 2 decimal places. The answer would be 11.36. Multiplications and divisions of significant figures. In the multiplications or division, the final result should be reported up to the same number of significant figures as present in the least precise numbers. Multiplication number 2.2120 into 0.011 is equal to 0.024332. According to the rule and final results, you will get this. And division numbers, you will get this. So correct answer is 1.12. Dimensional analysis. Often while calculating there is a need to convert units from one system to other. The method used to accomplish this called factor level methods or unit factor method or dimensional analysis. Law of chemical combinations. The combinations of elements to form compounds is governed by the following 5 basic laws. Law of conservation of mass, law of infinite proportions, law of multiple proportions, law of gaseous volume, Illu's law, and Avogadro's law. Now I will talk about the law of conservation of mass. A law was established by a French chemist, Lavoisier. The law states, in all physical and chemical changes, the total mass of the reactant is equal to that of the products. In other words, matter can neither be created nor destroyed. The following experiments illustrate the truth of this law. When matter undergoes a physical change, ice is converted into water. It is found that there is no change in weight through a physical change has taken place. When matter undergoes a chemical change, for example, decomposition of mercuric oxide, here 100 grams, here after adding 92.6 grams to 7.4, you will get the 100 gram. During the above decomposition reaction, matter is neither gained or not lost. Law of definite proportions. According to this law, a pure chemical compounds always consist of same elements combined together in a fixed proportion by weight. For example, carbon dioxide may be formed in a number of ways. By burning coke in air, carbon plus O2 gives carbon dioxide. By the decomposition of limestone on heating limestone, it gives the calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. By the actions of dilute HCl on washing soda, sodium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid, it gives sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. So you see here, you will get the carbon dioxide with the three different sources. So in all three samples of carbon dioxide, carbon and oxygen are in the ratio 3:8 by weight. Now, law of multiple proportions. If two elements combine to form two or more compounds, the weight of one of elements which combine with a fixed weight of the other in these compounds bear simple whole number ratio by weight. For example, hydrogens plus oxygen give water and hydrogen plus oxygen give hydrogen peroxide. Here the masses of oxygens 16 gram and 32 grams, which combined with a fixed mass of hydrogen 2 gram bear a simple ratio 16:32 and 1:2. Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volumes. A law states that under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, whenever gases combine, they do so in volumes which bear simple whole number ratio with each other and also with the gaseous products. The law may be illustrated by the following examples. Combinations between hydrogen and chlorine. This is H2, 1 volume, Cl2, 1 volume, and it gives 2 molecule of hydrochloric acid. Combinations between nitrogen and hydrogens. Two gases lead to the formation of ammonia gas. Under suitable conditions, the chemical equation is N2, 1 volume, 3 volume of H2 and give 2 volume of ammonia, 1:3:2. So now I will talk about Avogadro's law. What is Avogadro's law? Avogadro proposed that equal volume of gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. For example, if we consider the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to produce water, we see that 2 volumes of hydrogen combine with 1 volume of oxygen to give 2 volume of water without leaving any unreacted oxygens. 1 volume of hydrogen, 1 volume of hydrogen, 1 volume of oxygens and give 2 volume of water vapor. Now friends, hope this video will be helpful to you. If you like this video, then subscribe my channel and thanks for watching.